Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So we are headed into Strategy 7. This is another lesson on vocabulary, kind of like Strategy 6. And also, we just have a two-page strategy here. So kind of like in Strategy 6, I will talk about the instructional content as well as going over the answers themselves. This is a pretty clear-cut, straightforward lesson. It's about topic words, or rather jargon or lingo, that's used in a particular area of study. So it's matching those terms, topic words, jargon, and so forth, to the topic that they go with in an effort to help us understand the meaning of those words. Okay, topic words are words that are related to a specific subject. For example, a book about volcanoes will have a lot of words related to volcanoes. Some examples are lava, magma, and eruption. You probably do not use these words often in everyday life, or you may use them in a different context with a different meaning. However, it is important to understand them if you want to learn about volcanoes. There are several strategies you can use to determine what topic words mean. Often the author will explain what the words mean. Other times you can use context clues, your knowledge of roots and affixes, or a dictionary to help you figure out the definition of a topic word. Those strategies were discussed in Strategy 6, the previous lesson. When you write about a topic, it's important that you use topic words correctly. Here are a few more examples of topic words related to specific topics. So at the end of the day, the strategies are the same. Context clues, breaking words down into their roots and affixes, or even using a dictionary if you have that capability. But one more thing we're adding here is just the idea that words can belong to a specific topic or area of study, and that can help us out as we make those determinations. So we have some examples here. Baseball, some terms that mostly just apply in the area of baseball: inning, dugout, shortstop, infield. Civil rights movement, segregation, discrimination, racism, protest. Certainly these words could appear in other subjects or areas of knowledge, maybe with a little bit different meaning. But these terms have meanings specific to the subject. Segregation in the context of the civil rights movement means, the separation of people based on race. It could mean something else in different contexts. You could segregate chemicals as a way of separating them out to observe them separately. So while segregation carries kind of a negative connotation in the civil rights movement, it's something that is a problem to be corrected. In another area of knowledge, it may not have that same negative meaning. Okay, in the world of animal preservation, wildlife, conservation, endangered, extinct, the world of music, harmony, beat, chord, concerto. If we were talking about politics, we might use the word harmony to describe, the state of peace in between nations or states. So these words, of course, can appear in other areas of knowledge, but when they are mentioned in context with this specific subject or area of knowledge, then we assume that their context has something to do with that topic. Okay, in our example, when the caterpillar is done growing, it seems like we're in the area of science or biology, it forms a hard outer shell called a chrysalis. All right, some topic words there. Within the chrysalis, the caterpillar transforms into a butterfly. This process is called metamorphosis. By the way, you could break that one down according to Latin and Greek roots. Chrysalis and metamorphosis are topic words related to the topic of a butterfly's life cycle. Oh, by the way, metamorphosis means changing shape, changing one's shape. Okay, let's just dive into the practice with these, because I think it's going to be fairly self-explanatory. But in number one, we're trying to figure out what the topic is, and it's ancient Egypt and the pyramids, but then underlining the topic words or terminology that go along with it. So ancient, pyramids, pharaohs, mummies, sarcophagus, which is the type of coffin that mummies are buried in. So all those words, maybe you could find some more. I don't think stone would qualify, even though it certainly has a context here, but too generic. But words that we recognize as being part of this area of knowledge certainly should be identified. Okay, here we're just underlining the words that are topic words. So for two, isthmus, and we have it defined here, so we don't have to wonder what it is, but it's a term that would go along with geography. In three, stratosphere, maybe in climate science. Four, both fossils and paleontology. Well, in paleontology, the study of mankind's early roots. Five, precipitation is a topic word in the world of weather science or meteorology. And then cerebellum, certainly in neuroscience. So all of these terms are topic words or jargon that we could associate with the area of study. Okay, moving on here to the last page in multiple choice. 7. Which sentence uses the word lens correctly? And it's B. Having a good lens for your camera will help you take better photographs. A technical term that in the realm of photography means something specific. In A, if we remove the lens, then the camera wouldn't work. All of these are using lens incorrectly. It's kind of like the wrong part of the camera, except our correct answer. And number 8, which sentence uses the word viewfinder correctly? Looks like we're still in the world of photography, but B, Andre looked through the viewfinder before taking the photo. And then finally, 9, which sentence uses the word aperture correctly? It's A, when the aperture opens wide, a lot of light comes in. Aperture is something that, kind of is open and the light comes in, and that's what exposes the film in an old school camera to light, makes the image. All right, a pretty short lesson there, but just remember, you'll be asked questions that have vocab and context, and sometimes that context is a particular area of knowledge. And so not just knowing what the word means, but being able to determine its meaning within that context, within that area of knowledge, is one of the things that we do as we encounter unfamiliar language. So add that to your toolbox, finding meanings and context, breaking words down into their roots and affixes, and then finally connecting them with areas of knowledge and study. The context that's there for you can also do a lot to help us determine meanings. Okay, that ends Strategy 7. We're just on 8 minutes for the teaching and the review. As I've said a couple of times, some of the later lessons in the book tend to be a little bit shorter, so we can get the job done with one video instead of 2. So I will see you next time for Strategy 8. Have a great day.